bridge collapses on cars in Bangkok, banning bikinis on the beach, and new speed limits on expressways. Find out more on today's Good Morning Thailand. Hello, I'm Jay.
I am Maddie.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I actually had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
hello and welcome to Good Morning Thailand, and this show is actually brought to you by Andamanda Water Park in Phuket. I'm Jay, and this is my lovely co-host Natty.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the new revamped Good Morning Thailand. Now we've got a lot of topics to talk about, so we're going to get straight into it because Natty, firstly, we're going to go to the north. We're going to go to Chiang Rai. Now, referring to the thumbnail, a plane in Chiang Rai has skidded off the runway. You've got more details on this.
Yeah, so a Nok Air airplane skid off the runway while landing due to heavy rains that resulted in slippery ground conditions. And the accident actually took place on Saturday as the landing of Boeing 737-800 skidded off the runway at Ma Fa Luang International Airport in the northern province.
Yeah.
But luckily no one was injured in the crash, but it did force the cancellation of flights and the closure of the runways yesterday. Now, that plane had 6 crew members and 164 passengers on board on that trip. I think it's a pretty full flight.
Yeah.
And when the plane touched down in the heavy rains, the pilot struggled to control the aircraft on the slippery runway, and hence why it skidded off the path. Now, the pilot maneuvered the plane to a full stop off the pavement, and a full investigation will be completed into the crash. Now, as a result of the incident, all Nok Air flights to Chiang Rai were cancelled yesterday, and the runway was closed at Ma Fa Luang International Airport, and they won't be opening until Wednesday of this week. So if you are going to travel to Chiang Rai, I do recommend that you check the flight schedules and different routes potentially to get there.
Scary situation up in the north.
Yes, it's very scary. And the thing is that Nok Air kind of announced that they took great care of their guests. They moved them, the crew and the passengers to the terminal, even helping them get on new flights, different airlines even. But the passengers, on the other hand, didn't share the same sentiment. They said that they had a completely different experience. And one passenger even commented on her Facebook page saying that most passengers on the aircraft had to stay on board for over an hour, and only 20 people were allowed to leave. And the reason why they were permitted to disembark was because the passengers starting to complain that they couldn't breathe properly. So I think that's a pretty scary situation.
Yeah.
A lot of the passengers did say, though, that they understand that nobody expects an accident like this to happen, but the evacuation plan was very terrible and very slow. So just mishandling, I suppose. You know, like, these accidents don't happen very often, and I understand, like, when you're a cabin crew and they're also in panic mode and they don't know what to do. But I think this is a good lesson learned for airlines to kind of step up their game, have more evacuation or more crisis management plan for their cabin crews to handle these situations properly in the future.
Now, I'm sure those 20 people who complained about breathing issues, but you know, that was a serious issue. But it's crazy to think about how 20 people were allowed to get off, but everyone remaining looking outside the window thinking, wait, why are they allowed to go? Should I then start complaining as well? And then maybe I'll be let go. But you never know the full situation because clearly the people will have one story. You know, everyone's got a phone, they're starting to take videos, and you can clearly see that, okay, we had to be on the plane for 1 hour. The airline then is going to go on its PR strategy or like PR control, where they're going to be like, oh, we did the best possible thing and this is what happened. So I guess we'll find out more and more looking at the evidence what really took place after the incident. But yeah, crazy, scary situation to be in. I can't imagine the people who actually had to go through it, and I'm glad that nobody was, you know, seriously injured. Yeah,
actually, I'm mildly claustrophobic myself. I think I would freak out in that situation a little bit, being stuck in a plane, not moving, no aircon going on.
I mean, flight causes a lot of people anxiety in the first place. Right? And imagine skidding off the like while the plane was skidding off, like what do you do? It's like, oh dear. Anyways, on the topic of speed, now Thailand is coming up with a new law. Well, it's actually already come up with a new law. And this new law is regarding slowing down. Speed limits on highways in Thailand have now taken into effect. Thailand's notoriously dangerous roads may be getting a little bit safer. The Expressway Authority of Thailand is slapping speed limits on the highways and expressways throughout the country. The maximum speed will be set at 110 kilometers per hour, while elevated roadways will be capped at 100 kilometers per hour. And the new speed limit rules actually took effect last week on July the 22nd, and not everyone is happy about the new plan. Now, many people online were complaining that, look, I take the expressway to drive faster, to get away from traffic, as well as to get to my destination. And, some people have faster cars, some people don't, but it's a 7-lane highway, expressway, most of them, and they want to go fast. And now they're like, why are you forcing me to go slower? We're paying for this premium service, and now you're telling me that it's going to, I have to drive slower even though I could drive faster. And I guess some people were comparing it to, some of the Western expressways, Germany, Autobahn, no speed limits.
Yes.
So people had some valid points. But some people were going out there and asking, wait, wasn't the speed limit 120 kilometers per hour? Because I remember doing a news piece a couple of months ago where they changed the speed limit to 120 kilometers per hour so you could drive on the fast lane at 120. However, this new change is actually in direct opposition to the decision made in May. So in May, they wanted to increase the maximum speed limits on 4 main highways, and they did change it to 120 kilometers per hour. However, this new change is in direct opposition to that, and they're saying that depending on which road you're taking, you can only drive either 110 kilometers per hour or 100. Now, how do you distinguish between which motorway you can and can't take and what's the speed limit? Is going to be very confusing. Because I'm sure that even though this has taken effect, the signs on the expressway probably have not changed.
Oh no. Yes.
So Nettie, I'm sorry, you're not going to be allowed to speed anymore.
Oh no, I'm so sad.
Yes. Now, the motorways that include the 120 kilometers per hour, in case you were wondering, include the Highway number 9 in Kanchanabhishek, Highway number 35 in Palamsong, Highway number 4 in Phet Kasem, and Highway number 4 Phet Kasem as well. Now, Nettie, I've got some serious news. Okay, it's a bit of a serious news regarding Palamsong. Now, talking about Rama 2 and speed limits, a bridge beam actually collapsed last night on cars on the way back to Bangkok in the Palamsong U-turn bridge. Now, there was an accident on the bridge beams, and this was right in front of Viparam Samut Sakhan Hospital, and initially a total of 4 cars were damaged, with 1 death being trapped in the car, 1 confirmed death. We're still yet to find out the real cause of damage, and there were 3 injured people at the same time during the rainy season. Now, it's absolutely crazy, and if Visha is actually playing the footage, the bridge literally just collapsed because of heavy rain. I mean...
Oh no, that's a poor excuse. All right.
And there are many cars were obviously moving slowly once the bridge collapsed, and it accumulated about 20 kilometers of traffic.
Wow.
A lot of people were traveling back to Bangkok, coming back from their holidays from the long weekend, as Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday was a long weekend because it was His Majesty the King's birthday.
Right.
So some unfortunate news. We will be coming out with the latest information on thethaiger.com. You can find that on our website. As for now, we're still waiting for full confirmation on the amount of deaths or people that were injured because of this bridge collapse. But crazy to think about, you're just driving and a bridge collapses in front of you.
Yeah, and it's not even a newly how do you call it?
Constructed
bridge. This is a bridge that people go and use it for I don't know how many decades, and then all of a sudden it just like boom down.
Yeah. Well, we're still finding out more and more details. Once again, you can find the latest information on thethaiger.com. As for now, we're going to take a quick break. Once we come back from the break, we're going to be talking about river overflows and a story regarding no bikinis allowed on the beach. What's that all about? Find out after the break. Welcome back. You're watching Good Morning Thailand, and this show is brought to you by Andamanda Water Park. Did you know, Natty, Andamanda is the largest themed water park in Asia.
I actually do. I haven't been there yet, but I am stoked to go there very soon.
Yes, we do plan to go there very soon. I have been there, Natty. And did you know that the Thaiger was the first English news media or news production company to cover the water park?
Woo-hoo!
Had the pleasure
Yeah.
to visit the water park and actually go onto the slides. It was really fun. It's actually a proper water park, I'm not gonna lie. At first, I had my reservations, but once I actually went there, it's a great water park. It has like, I think 4 to 6, one of the largest slides in Asia, something like that. They really went all out. It's really
Right.
cool.
I heard from the owners that
Yeah.
the people who actually constructed and designed this whole water park
Yeah.
are actually the same companies that did Disneyland.
Yeah, that's right. That's
so
absolutely correct.
that's something to look forward to. We must, you must go there at
Yeah.
least once in your lifetime.
If you are into water parks, and Amanda in Phuket is the place to visit. All right, Natty, we'd also like to thank Thomas Batang, because guess what?
Is he a Thaiger member?
He's a Thaiger member. Thank you, Thomas, for supporting the
Woo!
channel.
Thank you.
We appreciate your support. All right, Natty, let's now talk about Bangkok officials, because we love them. And they're working to prevent river overflows.
Yes, that is correct. Well, Bangkok officials are working to prevent overflows from the Chao Phraya River specifically.
Okay.
And this news comes from the Department of Disaster Prevention and Mitigation and was warned last week that Bangkok and the other 10 provinces along the river need to prepare for floods.
Okay.
Now, Bangkok's governor, Kun Chacha Sittipan, says that the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration is working to plug the 20 gaps in the city's flood wall. He said that the BMA has given a budget to fill 13 of the gaps with sandbags. The wall spans 88 kilometers across Bangkok. Now, Chachad has ordered officials to be prepared for an emergency. He acknowledged that there were areas that were vulnerable to floods, and he said, however, that officials are doing their best to prevent flooding in these parts. He added that the army was also helping to unclog the drainage system in various canals as well. Now, annual flooding in low-lying areas around the Chao Phraya River is a common problem at the height of heavy rains during the annual monsoon. If you remember, just a couple of weeks ago, Bangkok was drenched with some of its heaviest rains on record, with one district in central Bangkok receiving nearly 150 millimeters of water. What Kun Chachad, in my opinion, is doing is a very huge undertaking, because we all know that the flooding in Bangkok in particular has been ongoing for decades. Like, this is not something new, and so far no governor in Bangkok has been able to tackle this problem properly. But I think we all have faith in Kun Chacha, because he seems to be the man of action. He goes down and he really tries to figure out what is wrong at the root cause. So I don't know, crossing fingers, hoping things will be better.
I feel like Kunchachat only travels with a camera crew.
Nah.
He's like the Tom Cruise of Thailand.
I don't think he orders them to come. I think he's just like a man with a lot of presence, and
Yeah.
the media naturally wants to follow
he's
him.
a star, Natty.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that the amount of press coverage that man gets cannot be paid for.
Because he's a good man.
And we're talking about him like every other week. He's always up to something.
Yeah.
And I commend him for taking action and trying to solve problems around Thailand. Like I said, superstar governor Kunchachat. Hope he does succeed.
Yes.
All right, Nadia, I've got 2 quick fire stories for you.
Yes.
For you and the viewers.
Of course.
Here we go. July 30th, which was just a couple of days ago, was International Tiger Day. Did you celebrate International Tiger Day?
I wish I knew it earlier. No, I didn't.
Look, and the news topic, this is a quick fun fact. There are more tigers in Thailand than any other Southeast Asian country.
Wow, even more than Southeast Asian.
Southeast Asia.
I can believe that.
There we go. Which country, Natty, has the largest amount of tigers?
I want to believe in the world. You mean?
No, in Asia.
in
Let's
Asia.
start with Asia, shall we?
India.
It is India.
Oh yes, I got
Yes,
it.
that is. Actually, it's also in the world.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I knew it.
India is currently the country with the largest number of tigers in the world. However, Thailand has the largest amount of tigers in Southeast Asia. And this is mainly due to Thailand's tiger conservation and population recovery plans certified by international standards. And that's actually been taking effect since 2010. So well done, Thailand, for that. As well as second topic that I would like to talk about is Russian airline Aeroflot. They're resuming flights from Moscow to Phuket. Now, initially they had closed down their flights, their direct flight, due to the Russian invasion of Ukraine. However, they plan to restart it on October the 30th. so far, only 76,739 Russian tourists have come to Thailand, and this was actually as of July 26th, and this was all within the first 3 months, basically. However, and the TAT governor actually insists that there is a heavy demand for these travelers to come back to Thailand. However, they have been it's due to the lack of flights coming from Russia. So it's yet to remain to be seen that maybe in the final quarter of the year, more Russian tourists will come. Now that Aeroflot has a direct flight from Moscow to Phuket, do you think more people will come?
Oh, for sure. I think Russians are going to be elated to come because it's their winter time. Thailand's a lot warmer.
But don't you like wearing those Russian coats?
I think
that's what the coats are all about.
Yeah, but if they live there all their lives, they want to do something different, right?
That's so true. That's so true. Like living in Thailand, I'm always like, I want to go to the cold countries. I want to see the snow. I want those furry coats.
Maybe you can go to Russia and then we can swappies.
How dare you, Natty?
Okay, bye.
Anyways, there's actually this beautiful Thaiger mug. There's actually something inside.
What is it? Coffee?
Warm beverage. That's all I'm going to say.
Awesome.
All right, Natty. Here's the last topic for today, and it's a little bit of a doozy.
Doozy?
Yes. Royal Thai Navy has come out and explained why there are signs on Ko Samae San banning bikinis. That's right. Bikinis are banned on the beach of Ko Samae San. What?
The way you read that name. Okay, go on.
How do you say it?
I actually don't know.
How dare you judge me for my Thai accent?
Okay, keep going.
Shame. Anyways, Thailand is known for its beautiful beaches, and Ko Samae, that's all I'm going to say,
okay,
in Chonburi province is a tropical paradise, gem of an island, with beautiful marine reserves and beaches to relax on. But the Royal Thai Navy, they started a little bit of controversy because a photo went viral of a tourist, I'm guessing, who was there. They posted a picture on Facebook of a sign on the beaches on Ko Samae saying banning people from wearing bikinis because you're supposed to be fully clothed, apparently. And there was enough online presence and enough online complaints that a spokesperson from the Navy had to come out and explain why there are signs banning bikinis. And they basically said that it was to preserve Thai tradition and Thai culture. And they also said that they felt that the island should be more traditional and not cater to more disruptive types of tourism. And they also further went on to say that they don't allow drinking of alcohol there as well, and et cetera, and people were like, what? I'm not allowed to wear a bikini on a beach, male or female, no judgments here, and you're not allowed to drink alcohol on a beach or enjoy yourself with a nice, cold beverage.
I had no idea that particular beach was so formal and so cultured. I don't know.
Yeah, and I feel like it's slightly hypocritical as well. So then by the end of it, in conclusion for the story, the Thai spokesperson had to come out and say, look, there's no official ban, we're just encouraging it.
Oh, come on.
Yes. So Natty, next time you go to Ko Samae San in Chonburi and you visit the beach, no drinks.
Yeah.
And please, no bikini.
Yeah, I'll wear like a turtleneck and long sleeves.
Yeah.
And just go there.
And the Navy is also undertaking a replacement of signs to include wording that doesn't appear to ban them, but just encourage them.
Okay.
So what are your initial thoughts of banning bikinis on the beach? Where else do you wear bikinis?
Yeah, nowhere else. Maybe foam parties, but I mean, why would you ban a bikini and say that it's about culture and respecting Thailand? That doesn't make sense. Like, Thailand is a fun country. Yeah. Wearing bikini is not, they're not being nude.
Yeah.
I think they need to change their mindset, whoever comes up with these crazy rules, to treat bodies as just bodies. There's nothing wrong with, showing your shoulder. It's not like nipples are showing or anything. It's very strange.
Very graphic, Natty. Thank you for that. Well, I think, in my opinion, this section of the Royal Thai Navy has never visited any other place other than that island.
Right.
They've just been guarding that island for years and years, and they perhaps don't know what goes on other beaches around the country. It is a possibility.
It may be.
It may be. But slightly hypocritical. and I think they're unaware of the other happenings around the country, clearly. But yes, ladies and gentlemen watching the show, let us know your feedback and comments regarding this story or any of the other stories, as we're going to take a quick break. Once we come back from the break, we're going to be addressing some of your comments. So here we go. We'll be back right after this. Join the conversation and have your voice heard. Discuss the issues, share information, and get information. Thaiger Talk is where you keep in touch with everything Thailand. Go to thethaiger.com/talk. Welcome back. We've got a new video that we made that we want to share with you, the viewers. There's about 335 people watching us live right now on YouTube, as well as a few people on Facebook. Thank you very much for joining us. Please click the like button if you're enjoying the show so far. We're going to share our new Thaiger introduction video. This video can be found on our Thaiger YouTube channel. But here we go. Shai, can you please play the video for the viewers? Welcome to the Thaiger, the place where you can get your first peek into anything Thailand. Join us for a light-hearted discussion on the hottest happenings around Thailand on our live program, Good Morning Thailand. Hey Natty, look.
And get your hardcore, straight-up news every evening on Thailand News Today.
We've also got fun and exciting videos for you too. So if you're on the hunt for something unique and exciting, then you've come to the right place. Okay, cut, Jason.
Consider becoming a Thaiger member and you'll get access to exclusive footage from members only, content like behind the scenes, bloopers, extra footage, and who knows, you might even meet the voice of God.
Hello.
Subscribe to the Thaiger and join the conversation today. Allegedly. I hope you enjoyed that video as much as we enjoyed making it.
Yeah, that was fun.
Once again, you can find that on the Thaiger YouTube main channel. And yeah, welcome to the Thaiger.
Can I just say one little thing?
Okay.
If you become a member, you're going to see how tedious that process was, like my green screen, because that was not the first initial thought that I had for it.
Yeah.
So if you want to see that, do become a Thaiger member and you're going to see all the behind the scenes, all the fluff ups. It's kind of funny.
And I never make mistakes because I'm one take J. Allegedly. All right, let's get into some of the comments. Enter the chat, please, the voice of God.
Hello.
There she is.
Yes.
There she is.
Tony the Tiger said, "Oh wow, lol, what an intro."
Thank you very much, Tony the Tiger.
This is completely unrelated to GMT today, but PG Santa said, "Did everyone catch the new Tiger Bites? Juicy Bollywood beef."
Yeah, that
or
was my
JBB, Jay's new
Yeah.
stage name.
And I knew that would catch on. For anyone who hasn't watched it, please check out Tiger Bites. That came out on Sunday, I believe, where Natty addressed a comment where somebody called me a hot piece of Bollywood beef.
Yeah.
That's right, because
You are apparently.
I have no comments on that, but yes, thank you, because that name's gonna stick.
Yes, it is.
Moving on swiftly.
Yes. Was one of the topics you talked about the Nok Air crash?
Yes.
Yes, okay, so we have 3 comments from this. Hans said that it looks like the landing gear collapsed. Larry Conley said what they did for the passengers, that's more than American Airlines would do.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I address the last one before you say your thoughts?
No, please go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Tony the Tiger said it's better to stay in an airplane despite being uncomfortable. In SFO airport, they let people get off too early and one girl died getting hit by a fire truck.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So you actually never know what the situation is from the plane. You know, you never know if
Yes.
something's leaking. If they made the decision to keep the people on the plane for 1 hour, that must have been the most safest decision. Now, those 20 people who were led outside the aircraft, perhaps they were suffocating, perhaps they had asthma, they had breathing issues. It's easy for us to judge because we were not in that situation. And airlines crew are definitely trained in emergency training. They know what to do, and they're basically, yes, they're cabin crew, but that's like their shining moment. They know
Right.
how to save lives and protect people as well. So let's give credit to the people who were there on site, and nobody was seriously injured and nobody lost their lives. So that was a successful emergency maneuver.
Yeah, that is some good news that no casualties were happened, and also they're still investigating on the case. This is not a closed
Yeah.
case until Wednesday. So if we have any more updates, we'll definitely let you know.
Yeah.
So for the new law about the speed limits in highways, Thomas Hamilton asked, will they be enforced? That's the
will-
real issue.
That's an excellent question. Will they be enforced? Definitely with the camera,
Yeah.
as one Natty Warisa has had many,
Many
speeding
encounters.
tickets.
Yes.
The notorious Natty. We must get her.
Okay. For the collapsed bridge, PG Santa said, it's not like we haven't had that happen in the US either. Our infrastructure needs a lot. And Marky Mark said the bridge collapse raises a question about the state of the infrastructure in Thailand.
Absolutely. The infrastructure in Thailand, I'm not even going to start beginning to talk about that topic because that's a whole video in itself. But if a bridge randomly collapses in front of you while you're returning back to the city, I think that's a very bad image of what the infrastructure really is. I mean, does that make you feel safe?
No, not at all.
Absolutely
Yeah.
not. I don't think anyone would. I mean, but
It's a new
crazy
fear.
thing.
It's a
Yeah,
new
it
fear
is
now.
a new fear.
Fear.
Imagine that next time you're traveling back to Bangkok, careful, a bridge might fall on you.
Yeah, actually, not gonna lie. Like sometimes when I go under the bridge and
Yeah.
I see like a red light in front of me,
Yeah.
I would just like, you know what? Any car that wants to cut in front of me and
Mm.
be under the shade, go ahead. Like I don't like to be under bridges for that reason. I've heard bridges collapse before, not in Thailand specifically, but
Yes.
they do have these happenings
Yeah.
once in a blue moon.
Look, and I guess look, a natural disaster or heavy rain can't be controlled. It's in the environment, right? But we've had Don Mueang collapse.
Yes.
Like a part of Don Mueang Airport collapsed because of heavy rain.
Yeah.
A bridge collapses because of heavy rain. There's going to be heavy rain in Thailand every year, guys.
Yeah.
Like, hello.
I feel like everything, the punchline is heavy rain. Like, oh, there's an
Yeah.
inflation because there's heavy rain or something. No,
Yeah,
just joking.
who knows?
That's a bad joke. Okay, let's move on.
Okay, I'll save you here.
Thanks.
For the no bikini on the beach story, Marky Mark said, I understand being fully clothed in the temple, but not on the beach. This is way too restrictive. And PG Santa said, Natty definitely has been to a foam party or two.
Oh, maybe one. Yeah, sure.
And then John Peake said, the Navy just got it wrong this time.
They did, and maybe they're a bit more conservative, but you can't just throw your own personal beliefs onto other people. Like, yeah.
Especially if we're trying to lure back
Yes.
tourists.
Yeah.
And we say, like, actually, you can come to Thailand and
Yeah.
enjoy the beaches fully clothed. I don't know how the tourists would like that.
And this thing, they're going to encourage people from stopping from wearing. You can't peer pressure someone into not wearing, which is beach attire. A bikini is a beach attire, and just because you don't agree with it doesn't mean you can enforce or encourage your beliefs onto people. Like, just chill. You don't have to watch. Clearly, they're troubled by it. Close your eyes.
Yes.
But yes, that is all I got.
All right. Can I address a comment?
Yes,
I've got a comment
please.
from Damien Jesser who says, why use Apple PC? You get paid for it? A lot of people actually ask us why we use Apple laptops. I would just like to say I use Apple because it's a really good laptop. And most of the editors here use Apple because then we can airdrop files to each other very fast and wirelessly rather than putting it on hard drives. And it's just a really good laptop for editing and production.
Yeah.
Natty, what's your excuse?
My excuse is that I actually got this as a present. So that's why I use it, because I
Natty is
don't buy...
extremely high, so and she
No,
won't
no,
admit
not at
it.
all. I don't have money. That's why somebody actually had to buy this for me. Anyways, what's up, Hariya?
Sorry. I like that segue.
The way-
No, but it's actually, can I just comment? It's actually
Okay.
quite affordable as well. But
Okay.
you can go to the mall and you can what's the word? Pay it in installments. Like you can pay
Ah.
5,000 baht per month over 10 months to get your laptop. And it's just a very powerful, excellent laptop. And also, it looks very good when you're going to Starbucks and have your one small cafe and sit there for 4 hours using their free internet. And everybody looks at you and says, oh, that person's doing work because they've got Apple.
This
Not-
is a cue to Apple.
That's
Please
not
sponsor
something
us.
I do. Yeah. We love Apple. If Apple would like to sponsor us, we would be over the moon.
Yes. I would be in the planets.
Yes. So Apple, please consider us for sponsorship. You were saying, what's up, Pattaya?
What's up, Pattaya? Thank you so much for your donation. He says, big boat trip in December. Natty and Jay, don't forget. Pow, rock them, sock them. I think we got their moves.
What a hero. Thank you, What's Up, Pattaya, for your donation. We appreciate it. This boat trip is apparently the place to be. Mm-hmm. All right. Any other questions?
No, except that PG Santa said JBB working for that Apple sponsorship.
Yeah, that's right. We are working for the Apple sponsorship. No shame. Please sponsor us. We'd love it. Why wouldn't we? All right. On that note, I would also like to say our new member of the team is actually here.
Yeah.
And she's watching us from behind the camera.
Yes, intently.
Yes,
Yeah.
and hopefully maybe tomorrow morning she will join us for our live show.
Woohoo.
Yes, that's right.
Jay,
Yes.
let's not end the show yet. Retired Ron is here.
Oh, Retired Ron is here. Oh, yes, I forgot about that. I apologize. Before I address Retired Ron, What's Up Pattaya with another donation saying, how much is the sponsorship for Thaiger? Thank you very much, What's Up Pattaya. You can contact us at info@thethaiger.com for more information. Yeah, and we'll talk further. Thank you very much for trying to sponsor the show. That's actually a great idea. He might
Yeah.
as well at this point.
Yes.
And yes, Retired Ron is in the chat now. Before we leave, I'd like to address Retired Ron, who's a long-standing member of the Thaiger, and he sent us a picture in, Nettie. He actually won one of the tote bags on a free giveaway I did on the Weekend Update. He took the tote bag and he turned it into a pillow cover.
That is so creative.
Shai, can you please show the picture? As you can see,
I love it. Oh, he even placed it on his shelf.
that's right. And he sent us a picture of, I believe, his assistant making the pillow cover. Very creative. Thank you very much. I feel like we need to make our own Thaiger pillows now.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea, actually.
Look at that. He's got the Thaiger painting, the Thai flag, the Thaiger pillow. I believe he's also got the coffee culture mugs. Thank you very much, Ron, for supporting the Thaiger. And we appreciate the neat little pillow cover you've made. It's given us good ideas. We're also going to do one free giveaway this week.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we're going to decide on the question today, and all of you can take part in that, and we will declare the winner by the end of the week.
Whether or not you're a member or non-member,
Yes,
you can all
everyone is welcome.
participate.
Yes,
Nice.
absolutely. Once again, about 357 people watching us live. Please click the like button if you've enjoyed the show so far. As for now, I'd like to say thank you, Natty.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you to Shai, and thank you to Kamal, and thank you all the viewers for watching us live right now. We know that it's not as long as we normally do it. However, we're trying to do a more polished Good Morning Thailand, but there are a lot more new shows coming out. In fact, after this show, we're doing our first podcast, and I can declare our topic is going to be how to start your own $100 million business in Thailand. Ooh. That's right. Interesting shows coming up here on the Thaiger. Stay tuned for more. As for now, we'll be back alive tomorrow morning with our new presenter. And we hope to see you live tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.